Is the Portland, Oregon Police Department compromised? We're going to get into all of this, including a conversation I had on the street in front of the ICE facility with a Portland police sergeant. Let's get into it right now. How's it going, everybody? David Medina. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you follow me at David Medina PDX across all social media. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for always tuning in and supporting what we're doing here right outside of Portland, Oregon. There's a big narrative being spun out there right now. And it kind of saddens my heart, but at the same time, I appreciate the people that are out there reporting at the Portland ICE facility. But as someone that's grown up here, a lot of these people that are reporting at the ICE facility, they're not from Oregon. They're national. And so I'd like to believe that they're working in good faith as much as possible. But there's just, one of the narratives that's coming out of Portland right now is that Portland police is Antifa, and Antifa is embedded in Portland police. And I want this to be a video where I'm not going to attack anybody, because these people, like a lot of these people that are saying this are people, like they're people we love. But it's hard for me to kind of just sit back and go with that narrative, because it's more complex than that. I believe that I'm not saying Portland police should not have any accountability for what's going on, including the officers. We're going to get into all that. And I had a conversation with a Portland police sergeant the other night in front of the ICE building. We haven't released that video on my socials yet as of today, Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. But we're going to release that full exchange. And basically, I'm telling the Portland police sergeant, hey, look, we understand that you guys' hands are tied, but you guys have to show some courage. You swore an oath to the city to protect the city. And when you guys just sit there and be complacent and let the politicians and let all of the red tape kind of keep you from upholding that oath, then that's on you. That's on you. We need courageous officers to start coming forward. We need courage. We need courage. Police Chief Bob Day, the Portland Police Chief, you're the head of that snake, man. And so I just believe that Portland Police needs to be doing more, and it might cost you your job. It probably will. It'll probably cost you other things, but we need courageous men to step up, and men and women to step up if Portland's going to be saved. This is not sustainable. And the fact that Portland police isn't doing enough right now, and letting kind of like the leftists or the protesters and the Antifa have their way at the Portland ICE facility, and making the DHS and ICE like they're the problem, like they're the cause of all of Portland's problems. Were they here in 2020 during the BLM riots? Were they the problem then? Because these same radicals in Portland have been running the city and destroying the city for years. It's why businesses don't want to do business in Portland anymore. And so I just want to kind of, I want to tell you guys, I want to show you guys some things that are going on here. This is a video that we shared. Our media correspondent, Brandon Geyer, got this video from a tense exchange between Antifa and Portland police. And I want you to notice how Portland police, how their demeanor and what they're saying to these people, to these like violent people who don't look out for the best of Portland, who don't care about its citizens. They just want to go about their radical agenda. Watch how Portland police respond to these people. This is crazy. It's like, who's in charge here?
If I would have just gone past, I wouldn't have said anything. But when my attention gets called some, then I'll say, hey, here's what else we can do.
Trauma's a motherfucker, man.
You're such a victim.
It's because our shit keeps getting swept. Our medical gear keeps getting swept. Illegally.
By me? By who?
See, you see them? They were like getting mad that their encampment was just swept. And the Portland police officer goes, by who? By me? Like, it wasn't me. Don't blame me. Like, is this a community police officer, or like one of those community, like volunteer police officers that are just out there to keep the peace? Or is this a guy that his job is to enforce the law? You're talking to people who are criminals, who aren't, I believe in everybody's right to peacefully protest no matter what side of this political spectrum you're on. But that's not what these guys are doing most of the time. They're antagonizing ICE. They're stepping over the line. They're stepping in the way, not letting cars leave the federal facility down there. And they're getting taken care of. The lawlessness, it's like, this is crazy.
Was I out here all day or no?
Well, then don't act like you know what you're talking about.
That's why I just asked who did it. I don't know. Enforced by PPD.
Oh, this guy over here, right there on the bike. That's her mother, and she's very, very, very upset. Please come over here.
How in the world is that not more pressing?
Shocker that you don't give a fuck about pedophiles, because there's so many of you.
Okay, so give me a second. Well, look, I wanted to be done with this, but all I'm getting is just flash. So you know what? Now I think we have to do something because I just wanted to go about
Here to keep
to walk.
you safe because there's a child predator.
I know we're gonna go over there in a minute. I can deal with
Yeah.
one thing at a time though.
Like, who's running the show down there?
Wait, right here, there's literally a
And who's giving these officers their orders to stand down and just be observers? That's where the investigation needs to be. That's what we need to be looking at.
mother crying.
I promise you that most of these Portland police officers that are out there would be throwing these dudes down on the pavement if they wanted to, if it was up to them, for a lot of the stuff they're doing. But they're told to stand down.
About a man.
And so when you see stuff like this, yes, it looks like Portland police is in cahoots with Antifa. I don't think they're in cahoots with them. They're just following orders, but again, not taking them off the hook. You swore an oath and you're allowing politics and you're allowing radicals to run your city while you just stand by and take orders, right? That's not an excuse.
Fucking asshole! Tell the people be quiet! Fuck you! You can't surpass anybody's free speech! Fuck you!
I'm just telling you, if this dude was yelling at any Tualatin police officer, any city, little like small towns outside of Portland, and if he did this to Salem police, even if people were yelling like, if this guy were yelling like this to like, Wilsonville PD, he'd been slammed on the ground. Like cops don't put up with that, man. But for some reason, Portland police puts up with it because they're ordered to. And because they're also afraid that they're not only going to lose their job, but they're going to be sued, personally sued by the National Lawyer Guild that's out there and all the Democrat-connected, Soros-funded groups that are out there to make sure that there's police accountability. So, we see that video. And then we saw this happen today, Wednesday, October 22nd. My friend James Klug was out there interviewing this guy who got out of his truck and started yelling at Antifa. He's a local resident here. And, him and Antifa are going back and forth. And watch who comes to the rescue of Antifa.
This isn't peaceful. Do you see any of these people being peaceful? You called me a 3 times.
I want to meet this dude. I don't even know who he is. I want to meet him.
I called you a name, but I guarantee you're unemployed. I guarantee you're unemployed. Where do you work?
Across the street.
Sir, and you're a liar.
Out of here. No, now.
We don't have to. No. She can't make you leave if they're doing the same thing.
This is a traffic violation.
Oh, okay.
This is a traffic violation.
Right.
Get it out of here.
All right, Portland PD shutting this down.
Got it.
It's the traffic violation.
Besides, you guys just standing here. I'm just asking you a question. I live
That's
here.
next.
What are you?
So he lives there? Does he live there, Brandon? That guy? He does? Okay. Brandon, you can talk.
He does live there, dude.
Okay, cool.
Dropped me in a traffic stop. Get over there now.
Says the lady cop. I don't know who she is, but I don't know if she's just stressed that day. Maybe she's one of those cops that does sympathize with Antifa. But I'm going to tell you what, right now, there are a lot of really good Portland police officers that are being labeled Antifa right now. I'm hearing from them. It sucks. Because there's a lot of Portland police officers that can't stand these leftists and these Antifa that are destroying the city's reputation. There's a lot of Portland police officers who follow us, who follow me and support the work that I do, who support law and order, who are just running out the clock so that they can retire, or who are just, they've already sent in applications to other police departments outside of Portland. They're trying to escape, but they have families to feed. See, this is what's so dangerous when you start talking in generalities for headlines, and you start saying things. And I'm not attacking anybody specifically. I'm saying that happens in the media. But when you start saying that Portland is Antifa, and Portland police is Antifa, and Portland police there's Antifa is embedded within Portland police, you're literally actually putting the safety at risk of all Portland police officers. Even ones that are like, follow me and stuff. So that's where I'm just like, I have to say something, because it would be fake of me not to. I think Nick Sorter is doing a great job. I think he's put a national spotlight on Portland that wouldn't be here otherwise. And I'm very grateful to him and his work. I'm very grateful to all the other people that are down there reporting. Brandon Geyer, our media correspondent, down there grinding. You guys are awesome, man. I love you guys. But we just have to remember that sometimes these things are a little bit more complex than just general headlines. But man, I just tell all those people I just named off, keep up the good work. You guys are doing great. And, for what it's worth, I mean, we're happy to have you in the town. Thank you, James Klug. Go follow James Klug, real James Klug on X. And then also James Klug, he's like one of the best when it comes to street interviews. I've learned a lot from him. He used to stay at my house back in the day when he was not as big, and he needed a place to stay when he wanted to do content here. And he's a good dude. Go follow him. Go give him a follow on Instagram at James Klug. He asks the right questions, and he's really good at street interviews. Probably the best. And then here's from our guy Brandon Geyer, who's in studio right now. Brandon Geyer is actually working for us now, and we're happy to have him. He's an amazing guy, amazing family, comes from an amazing family. That dude is. I'm excited to start working with him, but he shared this crazy video the other day of Portland police and the DHS agents coming face to face. And my only problem with Portland police in here was how they were talking to the DHS agents. It's like, dude. Anyways, let's just watch.
Don't come out here with that like that.
So the situation here is Antifa was shining bright lights at DHS. When DHS came out, the Antifa like literally ran behind Portland police, and you know, these guys come out to confront them and be like, they literally ran right behind you.
Nobody told us anything. We're standing there. We don't know what's going on. It's like, what? She's literally running behind you. Yeah, and we don't know why she's running. So if you guys want to arrest somebody, fine, give us some information. We'll help out.
Crazy. Me and Chad Prather were talking about the other day, like how, you know, it's not far off from these guys starting to put hands on each other, like federal versus local. I mean, we're not far off from that. I mean, the tensions, there's still plenty of room for tensions to rise even more down there at the ICE facility. It hasn't got as bad as it could be getting. And that's what scares me. Well, I had a conversation with this officer with the Portland police. I think he's a sergeant. I had a conversation with him. He came up to me. I was just standing out there last Friday night, and he came up to me and just started having a conversation about like what's going on out there. And he tried to defend Bob Day, the chief, the Portland police chief. We haven't shared this on socials yet, so you guys are seeing it here for the first time. But check out this conversation. You see, I don't back down from this, and I don't let them off the hook. I hope you guys enjoy this. It's about 8 minutes long. We'll probably cut it short a little bit, but watch this.
Hour conversation, you'd have a different take of the police. Probably completely different.
Probably. I mean, I know a lot of the politics that goes on. I know who he reports to. I know the dynamic there. I feel bad for him, but shouldn't be going on CNN. Why is he going on CNN? Talking about Bob Day. That's not a good look. Look at that look. Yeah. That's not a good look. Look at that look. So he's trying to defend Bob Day, the police chief, right? He's trying to tell, oh, Bob Day is a good guy, blah, 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 blah. He's doing the best he can. He's not supposed to get political, blah, 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 blah. And I say, okay, well, that's great. But why is he, if he's not supposed to get political, why is he going on CNN? And this is the look he saw right here. But shouldn't be going on CNN. Why is he going on CNN? That's not a good look. Yeah, come on. I got him.
No, I
got him. I support you guys.
I think he may go on Fox. He talked about doing both. So.
Well, he needs to get on Fox, and then I'll shut up. And Newsmax while he's at it.
I'm just saying there's a lot of information that's not accurate. I've been here 28 years. And
I believe that.
I actually lieutenant of our crowd control team, and so I see all sides of it.
I've been pretty vocal. I mean, I know the national media is tearing you guys apart. I've been pretty vocal about how there's more to it, and I support you guys. And I just wish.
What's funny is
you guys could push back more against.
What's funny is what we're kind of accused of being now. We were exactly the opposite in 2020.
Oh yeah, you're Antifa now.
We were investigated. We were investigated for.
You're their militia.
Targeting the left in favor of the right. Now it's like the opposite, and none of us have changed.
We just want you guys to be able to enforce the law.
Yeah,
that's all. So pretty simple, right?
And
there's people here that are keeping you guys from doing that.
We first deployed in June. Yeah. We were here for 2 weeks. I'm
trying to get him to admit that their hands are that there are people tying their hands. I'm trying to get it to a minute, and you can tell he wants to say something. He wants to reveal the BS that's going on, but he's trying to not get in trouble, and he's trying to be careful here. But you keep seeing me hit on this. I just wish that you guys would be allowed to do your job.
And then we backed out, we died down, and we're so short-staffed. The city has all sorts of other crimes going on. But then we came back a few weeks ago, and I think we've made around 50 arrests since. People don't realize, like, we're doing something, but last 2 weeks, a lot of the arrests have been minor, but initially in June, I think we had 4 to 6 arson arrests. People throwing rocks at like federal officers, pointing lasers, all sorts of different things.
Well, I think if you guys didn't have the political constraints on you, I think if Chief Day had his way deep down and you guys had your way, you guys wouldn't need the federal officers. Is that accurate?
I mean,
sorry, that was a gotcha.
No, I mean, like I respect all people, right? Regardless of my political affiliation, like as an officer, I'm completely neutral.
Yeah, that's how you should do it.
I don't care if it's like if I'm on the street, the richest guy in Portland, I'm going to treat him the same, equally and fairly. And so, like, you know, I mean, obviously there's a different amount of force used by them than us. But we have like kind of our rules. But I'm not saying like
are they blocking your guys' at the
I'm not judging. I'm just saying like I'm not saying we're handcuffed and we can't do our job. We can use gas. We can use munitions. We have in June we did use some munitions, and you know we've made arrests and we get the next two. So
I think if you guys were just allowed to do your job, the Portland wouldn't be where it's at. You wouldn't have these idiots making the city look bad.
I think your argument is 100% legitimate. We've heard that a lot around 2020, 21, 22.
It's the same. It hasn't changed.
Well,
it hasn't changed.
I think what happened is...
Let me just tell you, in any other jurisdiction, do you think that neighbors in a building like that would have to endure what they endure? Do you think if we were to Sherwood or Walton, do you think they'd put up with it there?
Right.
This kind of stuff going on?
Right, but hear me out. So what happened was the decisions that were made caused like a mass exodus, and our force dropped, you know, from 1,000 down to like 700 or something. And during that time, murders went up, traffic fatality, deaths, and drug overdose. And so we've been spending the last couple of years trying to get on top of that problem with a depleted police force. And so...
But why do you have a depleted?
Right.
I wish more of you guys would speak out of what really is going on and why you guys don't want to do your job.
Right.
I just wish there'd be more whistleblowers. I think you'd see more change. It's going to take courage. You guys have all this political pressure on you. It's going to take someone to be courageous. And the more the silence that I don't know what's going on there. I'm not saying that.
No, but I guess I'm saying though, like people have a lot of thoughts about politics, city council, whatever, and maybe I do too, but like the reality is they have authorized hiring. We've hired hundreds of cops. The problem is we have so many retiring, we just can't get above 800. So that did put us in a huge hole.
You understand though, the problem is not the hiring, and I don't care if they gave you 1,000 more officers. It's how they view you guys. They view you guys as the problem. They view you guys as law enforcement is the problem, which is why they talk about police accountability. That's their biggest talking point.
Who does?
The Portland City Council. I've seen Chief Day in there talking to Angelina Morito and all the other clowns in there, and they're more worried about how you guys are responding to crime than the crime itself. That's the problem. That's the problem. They call it police accountability. I call it absolute hatred for law enforcement. And that should piss you guys off. And I know a lot of you guys, this is your career and you guys endure it, so that's why we love you guys, because you guys can't speak out as much. But at the end of the day, man, someone has to do something. This is not sustainable.
No, I respect your opinion. I guess my initial take was about us as like individual officers.
Well, people don't understand.
We've been kind of getting labeled with something that I know isn't factual and accurate.
But at some point, at some point though, if you see evil going on for so long and you stay silent and complicit in it, and your city goes to shit.
I wouldn't say we stay silent. Our entire crowd control team resigned. Our entire 50-member crowd control team resigned. They all quit this job.
I know.
I wouldn't say we stay silent.
Well, it
only have so much.
It hasn't changed though. You guys, people quitting is not silence. It's giving up. Why don't you go to the press? Why don't you go to the press and say, you know what, I've seen enough, and you might lose your job. You probably will. But
that puts me in a political position. I need to do my job as a sworn law enforcement officer in Oregon and for the city of Portland.
And you took an oath to protect the people of Portland, and your oath is being interfered by politics.
Well, then you help out, right? Or anybody can voice their opinion, but me, I have to be neutral. I have to be.
I'm not saying you need to be political, but you need to speak up when your oath is being threatened. You swore an oath, and they're threatening that. You don't have to. That's not political. That's right and wrong. I just want to see the city better. That's all.
I
I don't need you to be a Republican or anybody. I just need you to just speak up. I need you guys to speak up when you guys see the evil political people that are literally like these guys' friends tying your guys' hands behind your back. And you know what's happening. One of you guys got to speak up, man. I mean, how much further are we going to let this go? Seriously. I love this city, dude.
You can tell that he absolutely 100% agrees with me. And I hope to God that I got through to him that night. And I hope to God that he went and talked to all of his other officers. And I hope to God that it's starting, that we planted a seed that night, and that these guys find their courage, and that these guys start speaking out and saying enough is enough. This city is being held hostage. We are being held hostage. Enough is enough. We're done seeing the city on the decline. Portland is on the decline, man. It has 40 to 50% higher than national average of crime. The schools are doing terrible. The people are leaving. Population decline every single year for the last 5 years. Taxes are increasing to make up for that. You have the crime problem, the homelessness problem, the drug problem. Guys, Portland is not okay. And how dare every single dishonest scum liberal influencer and Democrat politician make videos saying Portland is fine and that it's not a war zone, all this kind of stuff. They know what they're doing. They're trying to cover up their failures, and these influencers are allowing them to do it just because they want to play tribal games because they hate Donald Trump. It's disgraceful. If Biden was president and this was me, I would tell the truth. I would tell the truth even if it hurt Trump. Okay? Because I don't play the tribal game. We can't play the tribal game. Being too tribal and not just speaking facts is not sustainable for a country to survive. And I hope to God that I got through to this guy, who's an amazing dude. I mean, the fact that he gave me the time to come over and talk to me, and give me the time to speak to him and tell him how I feel. I respect that, man. This guy's he's a good guy. But let's find our courage.
I think if you watch like all of Bob Day's press conferences and what he's done since he's taken the job, I mean, he's spoken up about a lot of things, and he's garnered a lot of support.
I don't doubt that Bob Day
was in 2020.
Yeah, I don't doubt that Bob Day's a great guy. He probably is a great guy outside of law enforcement. But the way I see him bow down to these people in the city council, that's not a leader. That's not a chief. That's someone that is complicit in allowing this bullshit to continue, man. How much more?
First of all, I got a big old damn head. I didn't even realize how big my head was. Second of all, why am I holding a children's book? I forgot why. I think they're handing them out down there to try to make them look less threatening. But anyways.
Are you guys going to take for our whole city for everybody just to move out? So there just to be these guys left? I mean, no, dude, that's not what Portland's about. Someone already died. Jay Danielson already died. Someone already got shot.
I get it. I'm not trying to minimize this or what's happening here. I also spent almost 15 years part of our gang enforcement team, and after everything that happened in 2020 and that team got defunded and this and that, our murder rate went from like 25 up to 100 for multiple years, and that was like real death that impacted families, individuals, and communities, spouses, mothers, kids, and that was super bad. And we're finally starting to get on top of that with a depleted police force. So I respect what you're saying. I just, as an officer, I just go back to the initial thing. I don't think for people to lump us into other stuff going on, it isn't really fair.
Yeah, but a little bit of it is I don't think you guys are those things, but a little bit, you guys have to have some kind of accountability for allowing this to all to happen, for allowing your chief to go out there, go on CNN and talk about all these guys like nothing's happening here, everybody's just in costumes, and these guys are the problem. The federal government's not the problem, and you guys know that.
I love how the guys just came out as like it was almost like a movie right here. Just started coming out. Brandon Geyer, man, go follow this dude. This dude is talented. We're so grateful to have him on the team. We're grateful for Brandon Collins too, killing it on our socials, guys. I know a lot of you have been saying your socials have been so much better lately. Dude, that's not me, dude. That's my team. I mean, that's the amazing guys that are working with me and helping me build this thing. Just amazing stuff. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. What did you think of that interview? I mean, dude. You feel for the guy, but at the same time, it's like, how much more are you going to let your city burn before someone speaks up? There's a reason why you have a police shortage. It's not because Portland's cold. It's because Portland police do not have the full support of their own city, and they are vilified, and they are looked at as the problem for Portland's problems more than the problems themselves, more than the crime and the criminals themselves. It's crazy. Like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me at David Medina PDX across all social media. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you guys on the next one, and share this with a friend. Really appreciate you guys.